when it comes to rice, the one of the guaranteed scheme was 10 kg of rice for the households in the BPL, this thing. So that is one thing that has in fact been a key point of contention, especially whether it could be implemented or not was the big question that was being asked by the opposition, that is the BJP. And of course, the issue started to snowball because one of the things that the government was looking in Karnataka, especially the Congress government was looking in Karnataka for the rice scheme, was to also procure from the FCI the requisite amount of grains so that they can use it for this particular scheme. But then the FCI had suddenly withdrawn its ability to supply that kind of grains and sell it to the government of Karnataka, and that has resulted in another controversy in Karnataka as well. Well, this is what the Karnataka government has come up with a solution. The Karnataka government is set to give cash in lieu of free rice from July 1st. Now, this 10 kg of rice was what Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar in their manifesto had promised about, and they have now decided to in fact go ahead and give you this amount of money, which would correspond to the 10 kg of rice. How much it will be receptive? Well, that is a big question that we need to ask. But let's listen, let's in fact read through what the Hindu has when it comes to this particular story. And this is what they are talking about. Unable to procure enough rice in the market at a reasonable cost in the time of new Annabhagya scheme, the Karnataka government on Wednesday decided to temporarily give 170 rupees per person every month from July 1st in lieu of the promised 5 kg of free rice. In its election manifesto, the Congress had promised to distribute 5 kg of free rice to each member of families holding BPL, that is the below poverty line card, and the Antyodaya cards, and over about the 5 kg under the National Food Security Act. The Annabhagya scheme was to be launched on July 1st. An estimated of 2.29 lakh tons of rice is needed every month to supply. That's 2.29 lakh of tons is required for this scheme to in fact work out. This is what it says, that the supply 5 kg of rice, 4.42 crore family members of the 1.19 crore BPL and Antyodaya card holders in Karnataka, which is the Food Corporation of India, refused to sell to the state. Now, the Karnataka cabinet finally decided to provide holding an elaborate discussions on the implementation of the scheme, cost and availability. So right now, temporarily, this is the measure that they have in fact taken up on the rice scheme, and it is something that the BJP has said that it was a false guarantee that was given by the government of Karnataka. But then the entire issue happened with regards to the FCI, because before the FCI denied it, a letter was already sent and the FCI responded saying that from the open market scheme that was available, Karnataka government can go ahead and purchase this rice. Meanwhile, the Karnataka government tried to in fact ensure that the scheme could roll out. They tried to purchase rice from Chhattisgarh, from Punjab had given an offer on buying of this rice, and this was the situation that was seen, especially when it came to the rice issue in Karnataka. So the states, of course, are facing their own conundrums as well, and Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, meantime, are also trying to show a united face in Karnataka over this issue. But the BJP is still harping and saying that despite the fact that the FCI was in fact told not to go ahead with its sale of rice, it looks like the politics over it is going to in fact continue. And again, let me get you some more details from the Hindu on this. Several alternatives were discussed. This is at the cabinet meet, and even eventually the government decided to give rupees 34 per kg. The cost of the government would have incurred if rice had been bought from the Food Corporation of India. This is a temporary measure till the state builds enough stock of rice to supply under the scheme. Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister H.K. Patil told press persons after the cabinet meeting the centre did not cooperate with the state to implement the scheme. Now, this is what the Congress is saying, that the centre did not help them to implement the scheme, and therefore it is the BJP that was trying to in fact put span in the works, is what they are claiming. Incidentally, the principal opposition BJP had demanded a transfer of cash if the government failed to get enough rice to launch the scheme. So the BJP had already given that alternative. The BJP in the state would have talked to the centre about giving rice for the poor. I met Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Food Minister Piyush Goyal and requested them to supply rice through FCI, but they had in fact refused, is what they are saying. So a big development when it comes to Karnataka. The row over rice, which has been going on for quite some time, it looks like, as the people say, that finally they have a solution to it. And interestingly enough, let's see how it could be done. If Pankaj is in fact with us, Pankaj, the rice controversy. All right. In fact, because we are not, Pankaj is not with us right now, and so the rice controversy right now hitting the roof in Karnataka. Now let's see what the opposition would say with this new scheme by the government to, in fact, give money temporarily though, but money instead of that 10 kg of rice. Regarding the procurement of rice, the minister said we will call the tender and select the supplier through a transparent method. The procurement will be slightly delayed. Again, so the Karnataka government admitting that the scheme would not be rolled out as of now because of all these issues.